Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Megan and today we are taste testing new foods that have just showed up at Aldi this week. I have a lot because I am out of control. So we have sweet things and we have savory things and we have German week going on at Aldi this week where they have tons and tons of yummy German treats and delicacies. Some of them have been imported from Germany, some of them inspired, but I'm going to give you the whole shebang. One thing is missing because it's currently still cooking up. I think what we'll do is we'll start with the warm things so that, so that it stays lovely. Shall we start with cheese egg Spaetzle? They had mushroom. No, we were not going to be taste testing that ever, never. But this one here is a little egg noodle dish with cheese sauce. So it's like a powder and then you add it to water. I put it on the stove. Let me show it to you. The smell of this sort of reminds me of those packets of rice or noodles that you can get like Walmart or any grocery store. I can't remember how to say the name of the company. It's Knorr. Is it Knorr or is it Knorr? Do you say the K? Do you not? Can you give us a tutorial, please, on the back of the package? You know, like the broccoli cheddar and all of that and all the different flavors they have. That's what this reminds me of, like with the powder and the smells and whatnots. We have so much stuff here. Wow. So we're going to give this a try. Like I told you, they had the mushroom one. And what was the third one? Was it herb? Sage? Maybe. But this one's just cheese, egg, Spaetzle. And it does say, when you're all said and done, you can garnish it with butter and cheese if desired. I didn't do that because I want to take it in its natural form. Natural. And just... yeah, it does say you're supposed to like cook it down until there's no liquid left. There was a little bit of liquid left, but now that it's been sitting, I think we're all a-okay. Here we go. This does have a little sprinkling of something on the top. Parsley, maybe? Okay. Butter and cheese might make it better. Butter does make everything better. Let me try again because second bite could be better. Let me just tell you this. For it being in this tiny little package, it's pretty good. There's a little aftertaste maybe, but it's to be expected from this kind of a thing. So if we were comparing this to homemade, it's not the same. But if we're comparing it to other packages of powdered stuffs with rice or noodles or something, like it's pretty good. You got to go in with the right expectations. I always tell you that. I keep wanting to take another bite, which is probably not a good idea because look how many things we're trying. Oh my. I actually think it's pretty tasty. But if we have to compare it to the right things, apples to apples, So if we're just talking about a packaged treasure, I think it's a 5 out of 5. If we're comparing this to homemade, no. Like it doesn't even get a number because it tastes not that. It doesn't taste terrible. It tastes good. I like it. I want to keep eating it actually. It feels nice and warm and cozy on my insides. Something strange to follow up are Spaetzle. How about the Southwestern style rolls? They had another package, and I think it was like a chicken pepper, chicken jalapeno. You're gonna have to go and see. But this one has a spicy blend of chicken, spinach, corn, mozzarella cheese, black beans, red peppers, and jalapenos with seasoning in a crispy shell. Okay. You get 8 rolls and they're larger than they used to be. So this is not a new thing, but it's like a new thing, right? Southwestern style rolls. These aren't egg rolls. These are Southwestern style rolls. Let's just cut her open. We always need to look at what the innards look like. Oh, shredded chicken. Okay. These aren't like chunks of chicken. Okay. Corny corn. Where are the beans? I don't see no beans. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Upon first biting into it, I was like, yeah. Hold on, I got something in my tooth. Upon first biting into it, I thought, ooh, that's nice. And then as I chewed, I felt like some of the flavor went away. It was almost like the smell of it got to my taste buds, and my taste buds thought yes. And then they were like, oh. Like there's not a strong end note. The end note, we got to work on that. but it does taste nice. It's not spicy like, it's just, this would be a fun little appetizer to have at your little party. Yeah, the ending note isn't strong, like it's not staying with you. And I have noticed that sometimes with food. The first bite, yeah, great, great, great. You're chewing, chewing, and then where'd all the flavor go? How interesting. I want to take one more bite because 2 times is better than 1. Yeah, it boasts a very good first bite, and then it becomes very like plain after that. What does it mean? I don't know. What do I say about this? You might think this is weird, but I'm going to say 3 out of 5. 2.5? 2.5 out of 5. If it was as good as the first moment, at the last moment, we'd be banging on all cylinders. But we're not. So, docking some points. It's a good thing I'm obsessed with flossing because I'm going to need it. So now we have another warm thing, and then we'll go grab the other thing that's just gotten done with the cooking. So this is the apple Frangipan tart. This one's been imported from Germany, by the way. You get 1 large tart. It looks beautiful. I want you to see this up close and personal. It actually looks pretty much like the box. That's pretty good, don't you think? Way to go. So it's apple filling and marzipan cake topped with apples and roasted almond pieces in a short crust pastry. Since it was in a pastry, I wanted to feel fancy, so I got me. And oh, nice crust on there, nice and crunchy. I should turn this, but I'm not. Do I just lift it up to my mouth, or do I act like a proper lady? No, I'll just eat it off of this, actually. Okay. Ooh, that smells nice and apple-y. Sniff test is nice. Good job with the apple. Oh, apple-y. The cake has a nice texture to it. It's not super sweet. I kind of want you to see the layers going on here. Can you see them? So there's like this little apple filling, and then there's the cake, and then there were apples on the top with the almonds. Everything tastes nice. It just doesn't have like a wow. But maybe you put ice cream. Is that acceptable to put ice cream on top of this? The crust is lovely. You know how it is when you buy a frozen thing? And even if you have to cook it at home, like the crust doesn't taste homemade. This tastes really nice. I kind of want to keep eating it because it's like blowing my mind a little bit. It's almost like cinnamon or some ice cream or just a little bit sweeter. But maybe you don't want that. Maybe this is really great with coffee, just as it is. Everything about it, texture-wise, beautiful. The apples are appling. The crust is crusting. The cake is caking. The almonds, I guess they're almonding. But they could just use a little, just a little. I feel like the crust has just a little touch of sweetness that actually makes it more delicious. So eat the crust. Eat your crust. I don't know. Now that last bite with the crust, it could be a good 4 out of 5. I think we're going to give it a 4 out of 5. I am so tempted to just keep on eating this, and I don't want to do that. I mean, I do, but I shouldn't because we have more things to try, and I got to be able to fit it in. So I'm going to say 4 out of 5 on the apple Frangipan tart. The other one, I believe, was cherry. Is that right? I think I'm right. I think I can. Oh man, why did you have to be delicious? It grew on me. First few bites, I was like, oh. And the end, gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, she's done. You'll get a sneak peek, a close up, but we're talking about this guy right here, the apple strudel. They also had fruits of the Alps. Maybe that's what it was. Was it fruits of the Alps? Fruits of the mountain? Well, whatever it was, my store was not carrying it. The label on, the price tag said that they were there, but I've seen them before in years past or in times past when the German week shows up. This is 2 delicious traditional German flaked puff pastries filled with apples, raisins, and a touch of cinnamon. And here's the deal. I cooked this like they said, and it was not getting puffed up all lovely like it is right now or kind of hard. It was staying, mush. So I upped the temperature and then put it in longer. So that might be something you got to think about. Overall, it shouldn't affect, anything other than we cooked it up right. And I love, wait a minute, did you see all the little layers here? Get close. Look at those little layers and look at the little crystals of sugar on the top. So you get 2 in the pack, bake it fresh. I just done did. And now we're going to do it. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a nice sound. Oh, and it's hot. Why aren't we cutting through the bottom there, friend? Okay. Oh, it's squishing out on me. It has held its temps. So big, nice chunks of apple in there with the raisins. Check that out. Ooh, it is hot. Can you see the steam? Check it, check it. Okay. I can smell the cinnamon. That smells nice. Sniff test. Yeah, that smells like fall on a fork. It's nice. Raisiny, cinnamony, appley. Just like the box says. It's wonderful. Has this been imported? Yes, it has. Okay, here we go. I'm scared. Can you tell? I'm stalling because it's hot. Oh, the apples are nice and tart, but not like tart, just lovely. And then the sweetness from the raisins and the cinnamon. How about the pastry? Oh, so hot. If the pastry's cooked right, I think you're going to like it. It needs a little, you don't want it to be mushy and kind of gummy. This is not gummy. It's nice. Okay, not overly sweet. Kind of like the Frangipan tart. But yeah, it's lovely. Like the apples are nice. Everything is nice. And there's a lot of filling. So the pastry, not sweet at all, which I wouldn't expect the puff pastry to be sweet. But they did add the little sugar crystals on the top, so I feel like we probably should give that. Yeah, those apples are good. I just want to keep eating it. The layers are so pretty. The bottom's not easy, but yeah, so many layers. Look at that. Money, 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 money. All right. It's not overly sweet, and sometimes that just throws me off. Like I just think, I just need a touch more. But if you eat it all together with the pastry, the little sugaries on the top, and the apples and the raisins and all that, like it is one mouthful of delicious. And I think it's got a good thing going for it. I'm going to go ahead and say it's between, I think it's a 5. I was going to say between a 4 and a 5. But the puff pastry is not going to be sweet. That's not how that rolls. It's not sweet. Yeah, no, it's not sweet. But everything together is a good medley. She purty. She real nice. And I like it. I'm going to say 5. But if I'm being really honest, I would like it to be a little sweeter. Is that wrong? If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. So, yeah. Man, I'm enjoying today's tasties. We're going to have to do more next time German week comes. I have not tried very many of these. And for those of you that don't know, I was born in Germany. And some of these things I've had, but not, it's just, I loved going to bakeries. The pretzels. I need to know, for those of you that you've lived in Germany at any point in time, how many of you had Dampf noodles? And I'm not talking about the caramel sauce or the vanilla sauce or whatever. I'm just talking about they brought it off the pan and the bottom's all crispy and that big dome of white fluff and you just ate it like that. Is that just because I was a child? It was a little salty. If I could have that every day, I feel that my heart would just burst. It's memories and happiness. Which one should we do next? Muesli or the cookies? Let's save the cookies for the end. I've not seen these cookies at Aldi before, by the way, so that'll be a fun thing. Okay, how do we get you open, friend? Now, this flavor of muesli is different. It doesn't look, you know, when I think of it, I think of like lots of nuts and very natural. These have been, they've been different. So it's cookies and chocolate is the flavor. And I thought, okay, I do feel slightly apprehensive, but we've already started. We got to finish. Well, it smells like cookies and chocolate. What's this one? Imported from Germany. Okay, they're making this in Germany. Got it. It's cute. Everything's so tiny. Oh my. Get close. Look how teeny tiny. Those little squares and the little chocolates. Milk. Our milk comes from the floor. And there it returns. Okay, here we go. You can put this on yogurt, I'm sure. Could you eat it dry? I guess. You can make muesli applesauce muffins with this. Wow, then you add your raisins and all applesauce and all sorts of things. Do we have fiber? 7 grams of fiber, 6 grams of protein. Okay, just try it. Here we go. The chocolate is chocolating, friend. It's actually a lot of chocolate in here. It kind of has the feeling of muesli. This is definitely a sweet little cereal to have. And I think it tastes pretty good. I don't want to take another bite though because I'm getting full. I need to make room for the cookies. But it kind of has that feeling of muesli where it's, you know, a lot. There's a lot going on in there. There's a lot of chewing and a lot of texture. Has good texture. The chocolate is really there. It's like, hello, I am here. It's not too crunchy, but it's crunchy and oaty. Nice. I mean, that would actually taste probably really good on top of some yogurt. Get yourself some Greek yogurt. That would be nice. I like it. It's a chocolate for sure. They did not skimp on that at all. Okay, last one is the Café Kranza. Kranza? I don't know. I have not seen this one at Aldi before. These are shortbread cookies topped with sugar crystals. No chocolate involved here, which is kind of sad, but we just had chocolate. We're going to be okay. It doesn't have to be chocolate all the time. Although, did you see my what's new at Did you see my what's new at Aldi video? I walked by this couple and they're like, the guy says, I'm just so sick of having coffee every morning. He was like indignant about it. What? How can you be sick of it? Just like chocolate, how can you be sick of it? No, it's not a thing. Check out these little sugars. They remind me of the marshmallows that you put in Swiss Miss, the dried up ones. I love those. Oh, that smells good. Very vanilla-y smelling. I'm getting excited. Okay. Let me try it again. It took a minute for the flavor to come through. This would be very dangerous with a cup of coffee, for sure. They're lovely. Not too sweet. Lovely little crunch. I think they're kind of perfect. Kind of lovely. I love the design on the front. And those little sugar babies on there, sugar crystals. These are nice. Where is my coffee? Nicely done. A+ for you. It's a 5 out of 5. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It is what I expect it to be. Just a nice thin little crunchy cookie with a little bit of sweetness, perfect for dipping in your coffee. Done. I love it. Yay. Okay, my friends, that is the end of today's test tasting from Aldi. And I think it was a good one. We found some great stuff, did we not? What are you going to try? Anything suit your taste buds? Do tell. If you guys love knowing what's new at Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, and Aldi, and if you love product reviews, I would love for you to subscribe and come be a part of the channel. If you haven't already, check out my most recent Aldi What's New video where you can see what's new for the whole store for the week. Plus, you can pop over and watch my most recent product review video for Sam's Club. So you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk with you really soon. Toodaloo.